Are we having fun? Andrew, you have the floor.
Yeah, that was just my buddy's phone. I guess someone's calling him or whatever. All right, then we'll go ahead and get this started. This is week 100 of Our Healing Choices. We decided last week to make it about just basically reflecting on what we've learned over the past 100 weeks. We started on April 1st of 2014, believe it or not. It's been almost 2 years. Pretty crazy. This is reflecting on 100 weeks of Our Healing Choices, and I'm going to just go ahead and read the program description here. Uh, Basically, what have we learned and put to use in the last 100 weeks of wellness topic discussions? Because most of it's been wellness topic discussions. Looking forward to hearing about some healthy choices and changes we have made, either from something we learned on the OHC or elsewhere. That is, or beginning that are beginning to bear fruit in our lives. I don't know how many of you have been taking notes, but I look forward to hearing what resonated and stood out for you since we started. I am definitely going to be sharing the highlights from my notes as well as things I've learned from the program and outside the program that are helping me make healthy progress in my life. Brace yourself for a nourishing evening. So the floor is yours, guys. If you remember a particular instance of Our Healing Choices that stood out for you, or a story, or whatever you want to share, it's all good. And I might, in a second here, go over some of the topics we've had. Just kind of hit on a bunch of them, and maybe that'll help get your memory going on stuff. But maybe we could first just share generally what's working for us, you know, regardless of OHC or not, like what's working for us. Let's go ahead and brag. This is what this program is about, sharing all that is working for us. And like I say, bragging a little bit about it. This is the one time we can do that. Okay, enjoy.
Hi, Andrew. Hi, everybody. I made it here just in time. So sorry I didn't get the image until last minute and no post and help like you requested. I've just been so busy and it has slipped my mind. But yeah, lots we've learned, lots we've shared. It's been really exciting, and 99 weeks of good stuff. And so we're going to celebrate that tonight and bring up what we've learned. I remember the 4 agreements and the path to personal freedom that we followed it up with. There's some good lessons in there.
Well, I just want to say, for as much as that I've heard, I really haven't put pretty much anything to use, but I have not forgotten. Uh, you guys have helped me, more than usual, and like I said, I'm glad that I'm, for Android and the app, and for Zello and stuff, great bunch of people I've talked to, and stuff like that, you know. Uh, when the time comes, basically, for my daughters, that's going to be the hardest thing, but I know I'm going to get through it, but it's just that first time when they come find me or I find them, for me to seeing them or them seeing me first, for the first time, it's just going to be so emotional. But I know you guys have pretty much prepared me, and and stuff like that. And like I said, I just want to thank you, and stuff, not just for my family and stuff, but my family's evil at times mostly, and so I try to stay away from that and concentrate on here. So you guys don't judge me or anything, so I'm trying to keep this short as much as possible. But yeah, you're just a bunch of great people. So
Very nice. Yes, we are very non-judgmental type folks in here. And yeah, I actually have to say this is Mark, by the way, for those who don't know me. Um, I haven't been on most of the shows, but I do remember coming in towards the beginning of the start of this program, and I actually, in that time that I was here, and sporadically throughout, until current, um, I know just from my own personal experience from trying and sometimes failing miserably, but trying to put into practice some of the stuff talked about in here. Um, I can't remember the actual show, but I do remember speaking about our attitudes um, in how we deal with certain issues in our lives. That one kind of gave me food for thought. I actually got something out of that one. And I don't think it was specifically meant just for that, but you touched on attitudes, and that one actually gave me um, something to think about, and I actually benefited from it. So, yes, awesome.
well, that's good. Um, but like I said, I was saying before, like I said, I've got it in my mind, so I haven't forgotten and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean that's good, Mark.
Very good to hear. Yeah, it's a little vague. I mean, we learn little bits here and there. That's the great thing. It's once a week, and we may glean something and learn something that we don't even remember came from the program. So that's happened with me as well. So it's just a general like nourishing place to be, where we just learn stuff. So I'm just gonna hit on. Oh God, there's so many that we've done. I could rattle them all off, but I'll just kind of go um, rattle off some of the ones that seem to have stood out a little bit for me. Um, but first, let's go ahead and go around the room and see if we can just stay on track with, hey, what's working for us? I mean, whether or not, like I said, whether it's not if you can attribute it directly to what you've heard on Our Healing Choices, like what's working, brag about that stuff, because there's people here right now that are maybe just listening in that might need, some insights on stuff that works, so yes, we can brag here again. That's what this program's about in a way. So one time where it's really totally cool to brag about what works.
Yeah, why don't I let the mic go around a little bit? I'm sure there's some others here that have learned some stuff that they'd like to share. Or maybe recap on some things that they've shared that others didn't hear before. They think it could be beneficial to people. I remember a topic, okay, this was last month, what in life is working for us. We shared all kinds of tips, including like household things, how to get something out of something, like remember I shared how to get wax out and how to get rust out of fabric and such. Another one, last September's topic, therapeutic benefits of hobbies and creativity. And as those who know me know that I'm a creative person, and I appreciate and respect and encourage people to be creative. on here. So that was also a fun topic, and we talked about our creative outlets and what we do, because they are they're beneficial. It's great to take some time for ourselves to do something creative, something that makes us feel good. Little break from the monotony of work and responsibilities. So those are a couple of good ones. But yeah, whatever comes to mind, people. And then we can bring up some of the topics we've discussed before, and it'll probably totally light up some memories for you guys, and then you'll have more that you'll remember to share.
I know one of the things that's working for me is this whole idea of progress. So thought that'd be important to share is, you know, basically just whatever you're thinking about doing in your life, just start where you stand. Literally start where you stand. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, imagining it perfect is only going to shoot yourself in the foot and give you more anxiety to even start. So you won't even get started. So start where you stand, and the little progress that you make, each little bit actually counts, because every time you make a little progress, you get a little bit more motivated to get there, to get it done. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect to start. It may be perfect or somewhat perfect in the end, and there is never going to be a perfect, but it might get there to some extent, but progress is huge. That's one thing that stands out for me.
Well, I'm gonna let other people talk, because I think I've been there for all the topics we've been through with this healing choice and stuff. So I'm just gonna let everybody else talk first before me. So I'm just gonna sit back and listen. Like I said, let someone else talk and stuff like that. But I won't be forgotten. So
All right. Hey, folks, we have a new guest in the channel. Thanks for reading the rules. We have Avery here. Welcome, Avery, to Ring of Fire. You've come here in the very early part of a program we do every Tuesday night called Our Healing Choices. This week is a very special occasion because we are celebrating the 100th week of the program. So hello and welcome, and go ahead and say hi to everybody. And folks, let's give Avery a warm welcome.
Hi guys.
Welcome, Avery, to the Ring of Fire. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Welcome, Avery. How you doing, brother? Yeah, I think you're gonna like it here in the Ring of Fire. A lot of good people, a lot of good discussion. We get pretty heated up in this particular program on Tuesday nights about like wellness topics. So yeah, we're just reflecting on 100 weeks of what we've learned, you know, and what works in our life, you know.
Okay. I understand. Thank you guys for everything.
Yep, and just putting my 2 cents in here again. I feel, in a sense, that I've actually learned, thanks to Andrew and most people here that know me, um, tolerance. Not only with the show, but also just in general. But it helps. Andrew, you've put into perspective a lot of things in my life. And yes. And I do firmly believe that the ability to be tolerant of other people is overall just a good thing in general. So I thank you. You are awesome, sir.
You gotta remember, brother, I'm just a reflection of you, man. I am just a reflection of you.
So you're a mirror, basically. Yeah, yeah, okay. I did not know that you had reflective material embedded in you and a nice little fancy border. I'm sorry, I'm just being a smartass now.
Well, hello, Avery. I am neither AVP, mostly everybody calls me Jerry, or you can call me Bounty Hunter. Welcome to the channel. And yeah, that was kind of funny about the mirror thing. So, but yeah, I'm still going to give someone else a chance to talk, but I will say something.
Thank you.
No problem there, brother.
How you guys doing?
I'd just like to share something quick, might as well here and there, because there's a lot. From the fears, working through our fears program, there was this idea of looking at our fears as a challenge. Like everybody loves a challenge. I don't know too many people that don't love a challenge. But just looking at the fear as a challenge, like I can get through this or whatever, was a pretty good one that stood out. There's a lot more, but I'm just going to hit on stuff here and there. So apologize if I jump in here and there a little bit off topic, but it'll be good. But yeah, good stuff.
Okay, now we hit a target. Yeah, I've tried to, with the fear thing, as you guys have heard me, we were talking about the fear topic and stuff. Yeah, it's not great, but I'm doing my best just to try to make my life easier at this point. Actually, my mom just came home Monday. She was supposed to come home last week, Thursday or Friday. It didn't happen. She wanted to come home and stuff, but the doctor didn't want to because doctor said that he had to, how to give her shots and stuff. She's been known how to do that for a long time. But yeah, it's sort of started back in with the, do this, do that, do this, do that, constant, I'm not a dog, I'm an actual human being, like, priving on my, my life in general, like I have nothing to do when I do, and it's none of their business, so, um, basically I'm just trying to stay away from it. I've got things I got to do at this point. I just got my results of what I've got for the ringing in my ears and stuff. So I got to start doing that tomorrow. So look up on YouTube for treatment and stuff. Because the place they were going to send me, my insurance wouldn't cover it, but it was going to be very expensive to pay for. So, so I could do it at home. So.
All right, it sounds like you're getting through stuff there. At least certain programs are helping you out here and there, what you learn. That's good, man. I'm going to share another one while I have this page up, working through our fears. There's someone made a mention about public speaking. It's supposedly one of the biggest fears of everyone in the world, the top fear. And he said the best thing to do is to start your speech with a joke or two. 2 maximum, but just a joke that's on topic, that doesn't offend anyone, starts it off pretty good. So that was a cool tip. And like I said, I'm just going to keep sharing some tips here and there as we go through. And by all means, guys, whenever you feel compelled to mic up and tell a story about something that's been working for you, and choice you've made, or maybe a routine that's got you, getting closer to your higher self, so to speak, then share it. Someone else is going to benefit, guaranteed. It might seem petty or small to you, and it might not be. It might be a big deal, but it might be small. It seems small, but it could help someone for sure. So, by all means, share if you feel compelled.
Well, I mean, I remember someone saying that, but I couldn't remember who. But yeah, like if you're giving a speech to people, like raise money for a program from last year, a friend of mine wanted to, start this volunteering program, emergency response team and stuff, and he wanted me to do all the work. I mean, it's like, hey, you want to get this going, but you don't want to run it. And he wants me to run everything. It's like, well, why give me a title when I should just be in charge altogether? But, you can't start off with a joke with a fundraising thing. You just go right into it. I have no problems talking to, giving a speech or something. I don't have to crack a joke if I'm, stage fright or something. So. Okay, I'm all done.
I actually just joined. Actually, a few weeks ago, I used to play hockey for my school. Now I got kicked out of the playoffs, so it sucks sometimes. So yeah, that's all I got for tonight.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. Whatever the circumstances was. So, that kind of thing happens, in a game. So.
I'd like to take a moment to say hello and welcome to all the untrusted users. That would be you with the blue thing across your screen that says only moderators can hear you till you're trusted. If you'd like to join in the discussion where everyone can hear you, please read the channel rules if you haven't yet by clicking the picture left and scrolling down, and let us know you can follow those rules. Thank you.
Hey, Cheryl, it'd be really nice if someone were to write down those rules and then have them tattooed on them on their body. That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, some people might need that.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a few items from the forgiveness program. It says we have a choice to basically ripple a negative frequency or a higher frequency, positive frequency, of course. Another note, issues are a reminder of something we need to deal with. And here's another one, acceptance of what is pretty important. Yeah, not all completely related to forgiveness. That we had a special guest that talked about that, and I believe we got that on YouTube as well. By the way, guys, I apologize if this comes late. We are recording live. As you know, any transmission here on Zello is considered something that people can record. So there's no potential security there. But we're recording to help bring this to a larger audience right now, live on YouTube or Google Hangouts on air or whatever. So it's a decision I made on a good tip from Cheryl that we should be just getting them up there so more people can benefit. So if that's not your cup of tea, then it's okay. Don't mic up. No one will know who you are anyway. But I encourage you guys to let go of your quote unquote fear. We just had a topic about that of being online, because technically you already are, and just share your love, share the best of you, because again, there are a lot of people out there struggling. We're all different points in our life, and someone's going to benefit from what you have to say. So don't be afraid of your word. It's awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I'm signing off for the night. Been good sitting in the room for the second day in a row since I found this channel. Really like this channel, guys. Really like this app. So I'm gonna stick around for a while. Anyway, y'all have a good night.
Hey, good night, buddy. Sorry about earlier. I got cut off. My phone died. Have a good night.
Okay, catch you guys later. Hopefully you can come back and stay a little bit longer next time.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm the man.
Welcome. I think it's John. Glad you're here. And Navy Guy, have a great night. I'm glad you made it into the program for a little bit, and that you're benefiting from Ring of Fire. It's a great channel. Come back.
I've been starting to listen, and Boston told me to come in, but we'll see. I don't know. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I'm glad to try and listen to something.
I really do like this chat. You guys are really nice. I like this chat.
Well, hello. I'm glad you like it. And the other gentleman, you said Boston sent you an invite in here, huh? Well, it's good to have you here, John. I hope you enjoy your time in the channel.
Yeah, I agree. Welcome, John.
All I can say is thank you, and I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Really funny.
It's okay, John. You're in a good room with good people.
Here's a few notes I took from the goals and planning program. It's like, let's see here, what's the one that I want to share? Yeah, to categorize your goals, you can do like separate goals for career, personal, family, spiritual, relationship, business. Let's see what else. Determination and resilience basically is one of those things that you need to accomplish your goals. And there's something else I need to share on here. I might have another.
You guys know anything about biology? Because I really need help in biology.
Hey, buddy, I'm a medical student if you need any help.
Nice, thanks. Do you know about the testosterone?
Hey, you guys should add each other and talk off channel about all that good stuff whenever you guys have some free time. Meanwhile, it will stay on topic and keep on sharing good stuff. It's good for us.
You know what? Nobody wants to listen to me so far. I'm surprised, but there's a lot of people out there. Anyways, I am who the fuck I am. I'm not a biologist. I'm not a fucking psychologist. I'm not a fucking moon fucking.
Well, we're all listening to you. We don't really want to listen to the F-bombs, but yeah, if you have anything to share on topic, we'd be happy to hear it. You're definitely welcome here. Tonight, we're talking about what we've learned and shared from the last 99 weeks in our program.
What was that about?
You're right. I'm sorry. F-bombs. I'm sorry. I won't do that.
Yeah, John, maybe you can share a little bit about what works for you, brother. Is there something in your life that works that you think someone else could benefit from? Share that, you know? There's always something that we got dialed in that helps us get through, you know? So maybe you could share that. You're awesome, dude. Your word is gold. Just believe in that shit.
I'll tell you, I'm not the greatest guy. I've been through hell and back, and even more than that. And I don't like to talk about it. And now I have to help my wife. She's dying from cancer. But you know what? I've been through more than that, and I still keep on going. I try to keep on going.
Well, it's good to hear, brother. Not giving up, holding steadfast, especially for, yeah, it's not good. Cancer is never a good thing. But stay strong, brother.
Thank you. I never give up. But I'll tell you one thing. Anything you try to do, it just doesn't help. She doesn't want to listen to me. And I'm sorry. You know what? I've talked to many people, and you know what? She's not helping me with the situation.
I'm sorry to hear that your wife has cancer. I'm sorry. It's a bad thing to have, you know?
Hey, Serenity, can you accept my friend request? I sent you it for in my contacts. I need to send you a message real fast.
Oh, I should have you added already in my Serenity account, hon.
All right, I'll go and look real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to check right now. I'm almost positive. Okay, my list of users is not loading. Oops, I didn't mean to keep over here. Yikes.
Yeah, John, if you haven't read it already, there's a book you might want to look up. Excellent book. I don't know if you read or if she reads, but there's a book called Anti-Cancer. There would be a gold mine of information to help her get through this. It's not a death sentence, by the way. It's really primarily a way for your body to tell you, really, it's actually screaming at you that you need to change. So simply, it is about change. And if you read that book, I promise you, you're gonna, or if she reads that book, I promise you, you get a ton of useful tips on how to beat it, if you want, if she wants. And if she's given up, that's a whole different story. But hopefully she hasn't. There's a lot of hope in that book, brother. Anti-Cancer. You have something to write with.
That's a great book. I heard of it, actually. It really does help, John. I'm telling you. He's right.
Hey, John. First of all, thank you for sharing. And I know that's from firsthand experience. It's tough what you're going through. So I worked at a cancer clinic before starting medical school. So I've gone through with a lot of people who had cancer, and as well as some of my family members and whatnot. There's a resource, Stupid Cancer. Have you ever heard of it? My buddy, he's the founder and CEO. His name is Matt Zachary. A lot of great resources on that website. You might benefit from checking it out. He also just opened up a new application. It's called Instapeer. You might check it out. It might provide you some resources that you'd like.
Ellie, I think I added you to friend request. Please check.
Yeah, definitely, guys. If you haven't broken out a pen and paper yet, now is the time. There's going to be a lot of good stuff shared tonight, I'm sure. So, yeah, it's going to be a learning night for sure. Just going over. I'm personally going over the top stuff that I learned in the past weeks discussing these health and wellness topics, and like whatever stands out, I'm just going to read it quick and move to the next one. So. Yeah, but if anything stands out for you from the programs, if you remember anything specific, or from the programs as I mentioned, something from one of the programs, maybe that'll trigger your memory of maybe being there for it, or something you know about it. Heck, by all means, share that too. So yeah, good stuff. I'll keep looking and sharing what I can.
Hope, I'm gonna join on my iPhone also. Right, because I'm currently on my iPad right now, joining this group, so I'm gonna join another on another iPhone. So, all right.
Oh my God, I can't even talk.
Hey, if you can't talk, you might just want to listen. That's maybe all you need to do, brother. Yeah, there's another one about resveratrol. I mean, this is a note from the program Ways to Boost Our Immune System. And one of the things that I had learned actually and shared was that grapes have a lot of resveratrol in it. The big red grapes with the seeds. I don't know if you can get the big red grapes without the seeds, but those grapes have a lot of anti-cancer fighting ingredients in them, apparently. And a lot of people have used that as not the only treatment, but like a pretty good treatment. I can't confirm that, but it's just what I've heard. Again, that book is pretty huge. Immune system, de-stress, maintaining a healthy weight, of course, can help. Read more if I see something that stands out.
Yeah, I believe I shared that, as well as some other things like turmeric. Any anti shoot, I just forgot the word. Oxidant is good as well. It helps fight cancer. But besides things that fight cancer, you also want to avoid the things that can cause and promote the growth of cancer, which would be anything highly acidic and sugar. So stay away from soda pops and coffee. If you can drink tea, just drink green tea, also high in antioxidants. Citric acids, and drink lots of water. And what you want to do is keep the balance. You want the pH balance positive. You want to keep it more highly alkaline and steered away from the acidity. So yeah, there's definitely books out there. And like Andrew said, it's not a death sentence necessarily, as long as you fight it. You know, some people go and take these Western routes And I'm not so sure it's really the best route. My mother had cancer herself, and she said if she did it again, she would not have taken that chemotherapy. She said it was horrible.
Yeah, I went all that route, and she doesn't want to listen to me, so I don't know what to say. But, you know, I try to keep her away from sugar and everything, and she doesn't want to let up. Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Well, my question to you, John, is: are you walking the walk? I mean, are you walking the walk, or are you just telling her she needs to change and do these things? Because when you start walking the walk, she might walk with you. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, the support's definitely helpful. You know, show her you can do it too. And not that you have to, but it will be a healthier thing for you as well, and could keep potential cancer at bay for you as well. It's definitely supportive. Show her it can be done. But yeah, no, that's terrible if she would rather just, you know, do what the Western medicine suggests. You know, people, particularly Americans, they like instant gratification. They think there should be a pill for everything rather than changing lifestyles. Like if someone's not happy with their life, rather than making changes in their life, they'd just rather take a pill, an antidepressant, when they really don't need to. They just have to get the things out of their lives that make them unhappy. But yeah, best of luck to you and her with all that.
So yeah, I think you should read the book. I think it would be a big inspiration for your wife, and I think it'll help.
My buddy wanted to mention something about this, what we're talking about or whatever. So yeah, it's Bill, by the way.
Hey, guys, this is my first time on the show. I just like really appreciate all the topics that you guys are coming up with and putting on air. I was just wondering, thinking about like, you know, what in our society can you do to prevent dumbasses in your life? And I don't mean like dumbasses as in like people or like just things in general that you do in your daily life that you can prevent a dumbass situation.
Negative people, meaning?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too.
Okay. Anyway.
Sounds like the topic we had, how to handle difficult people. And we had another one, embracing our differences.
Should I have a topic of becoming friends?
We haven't had a topic about becoming friends, meaning how to be friends with people, that kind of thing. Because yeah, eventually we'll get to that. I'm not on that page right now, but eventually we'll get to the topic of how to handle difficult people, and I think there was a lot to share there. So hang tight.
I think to go along with the current topic is positivity. I think positivity, you know, creates even more positivity around you. It's kind of like a ripple effect, and that would help you out in terms of cancer, in terms of your reducing stress levels, and all the things that we're kind of talking about. Just remaining positive, and it begets positivity.
Yeah, that'd be like being kind to others. There's no reason ever to not be kind to someone else. It's just there's never, because you don't know what battles they're fighting, and you just send them a kind ripple, and then you don't know how far that can go. I like what you're saying about ripple. That's super huge. That's exactly spot on.
Allie, I'm gonna try to add you tomorrow night on my iPhone on Zello. All right? But yeah, about the word, I think it was inspirational.
Can anybody talk for a minute, man? I swear to God, why in the hell should I be on this channel? This is bullshit. All I can tell you is it gets me sick for my wife's condition and stuff. And then I have to, try to, buffer everything. Yeah, they're all full of shit. I swear to God, it sucks.
Hey, John, hang tight, brother. It takes a while to heal, all right? You hang tight, you come here every week, you're going to learn something, man. And this won't sound like bullshit to you. It'll be real for you. Just you got to trust, brother. Not saying you have to change. I'm just saying you just hang around the right people for a while, and all of a sudden you'll be different. You'll be changed. You'll be a changed person, and everything should start getting better. Maybe not perfect. Remember, there is no perfect. There will probably never be a perfect, but at least it'll be better. Our choices that we make are like a ripple, and it's important to keep making better choices, because it just becomes more of that every time we make a solid choice. That's what this program's about, man. Stop in, man. You're always welcome.
Andrew, there are many other inspirational groups, are there?
You know, we've done an incredible amount of sharing in here and being supportive and learning and teaching, and not just during this program, but every single day that Ring of Fire has been around. And Avery, I don't know if you're asking about something outside of Zello or another Zello channel. Maybe you can specify.
Actually, I was gonna ask you, are there more inspirational groups out there that I can join?
There's a ton, man. Keep in touch. Friend me. I can share with you a lot of them. I'm actually about to, link on my website. I don't know if I'm able to say that, but consciousriver.com. You can go there now. But in the future, I'm going to link to a lot of what you're talking about. Just link to all the inspirational people I know, and you'll have a bunch. Give me a few weeks. I'm not fully on that right now, but it's definitely in the works. But you can go to the website right now. It's really inspirational. If that's what you want, you'll definitely get something from that.
I just friended you. I don't think you're gonna add me yet, but you don't have to add me until you speak with me further and the info.
Yeah, I'll add you. Maybe not at this particular moment because I'm on the PC app and it's not so good with that. And then we're in the middle of a program, but no problem. Keep in touch, brother. It'll be nice to share. Here's one from What in Life is Working for Us. Someone shared an app. I believe that might have been Cheryl. Pretty sure it was Cheryl. It was Relax and Sleep. It's an app called Relax and Sleep, and you can overlay what is normally called white noise, like the sound of thunder in the background, thunder and lightning. With rain, you can overlay the rain sound, and you can overlay maybe, I don't know, an owl hooting in the background. You can overlay all these sounds and change the volumes. It's real cool. So if you want to relax and you want sounds of that, it's a pretty cool app. I just loaded it the other day. So good stuff.
Oh, cool. And yeah, that was me that recommended it. I counted, I think, 52 different sounds. And what's really cool is you don't have to just stick with one sound. You can choose a few sounds and mix them. If you want a lot of rain sound, but just a little bit of a fountain, or thunder or rocking chair or whatever, and you just mix it in however you want to get the right sound. And it has 4 presets that you can save whatever mix you've used that you decided on. So like most nights I'll put it on a preset that I chose. It's I think it's a rain with some fountain and maybe one other sound mixed in.
That's a great suggestion. I use something similar to that, and it works. It works really well. I also, as I'm listening to it, I also do kind of like a guided meditation of relaxing different parts of my body, moving from down to up. And man, what a great feeling.
That's pretty cool. I wonder where you learned that from.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Wow, that is a really good idea. Surprise.
Yeah, there's a lot of good music out there for relaxing, meditation, massage, sleep, anything that you want to help you put you in a nice, relaxed, zenful state. Good stuff out there. One of my favorite artists is Dean Evanson, and he's a flutist. And he's got some songs where he's got dueling flutes. It's just beautiful. And even has dolphins and whales and a little bit of his stuff, which is just a nice sound, nice frequency. Oh, that reminds me, another topic we had was the healing frequencies. Now that was an interesting topic.
Exactly what you just said about the music. I've been to this actual program. It was called, I think, Brain Balance. And basically they put this thing where you basically calm yourself down with relaxation music. And one of the musics were called, I think it was like beautiful rainforest sound, and it was like a relaxing noise. I think you guys would like it.
Isn't it true that the sense of smell has more to do with serenity than the sense of music? Maybe if you combine the two, like a great incense with a nice peaceful music.
Yeah, that's true.
I think our sense of smell can bring us back to our childhood, or carry us away to India, or I think that's something to be looked into.
Yeah, totally. Like you said, maybe I missed it, but yeah, music as well can take you back to your childhood, take you
Absolutely.
back to a certain point in your life, where something happened and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I remember that. So it's pretty awesome. It's like a memory trace, music and smell.
It's like when I hurt my finger, it was a long time ago when I was 1 year old. Tragedy happened, and I still remember that time.
Oh, that reminds me of when I smell iodine. Reminds me of when I cut my wrist, went to the hospital when I was 5.
Wow, that must be painful. Must be really painful.
You better stay away from the iodine. Maybe you can find a scent that reminds you of Christmas or something.
Oh, it's okay. It's not like it's traumatic to smell it and have that memory. I was very brave. I was a trooper. Yeah, I mean, I had 13 stitches, but it really wasn't all that traumatic.
I had it across one finger, and half of it came off. So yeah, I was a trooper too.
I was hit by a car this past summer.
Yeah, to speak about what you guys are talking about in terms of smell, one of the things that I learned that was pretty interesting was that your limbic system, which kind of controls your emotions, your fear, your pleasure, your anger, your sexual desire, and all these sorts of things. These are highly integrated with a lot of parts of your body. One of them being your sense of smell. So, that definitely, I think aromatherapy, for example, is something that's beneficial in terms of smelling something and feeling relaxed about it or whatnot. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and certain scents can help us relax as well, help us sleep. In fact, I make these dream pillows, and I stuff them with flowers or herbs, spices. They all have a different effect, allegedly. So you can put like chamomile or lavender, and you can put it under your pillow or pin it to your wall above your pillow, and help you to relax or sleep better, have more vivid dreams, remember them better, stuff like that, and make the nightmares go away. Some alleged to do that as well.
But sorry, didn't mean to take the button from you, Cheryl, but having trouble getting the button.
Guys, I'll see you tomorrow night. All right, I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna sign off.
All right, good night, Avery, and hello, Matt. No, you didn't take the button. It's all good. I'd like to say hello and welcome to the untrusted users. You guys know all you got to do is read the rules and let us know you follow them to be trusted.
All right, I got one. I got the mic. Hey guys, I just want to chime in. There was a program, How to Help Others Be Less Reliant on Us. And if you still have a thought and you're still trying to get a mic about what we were talking about, by all means do it. But this one was pretty cool. It said, somebody said, don't tell them what to see, just where to look, as far as others being reliant on us. And another thing that came up was this whole idea of teaching. You guys have heard the story. If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. If you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. I actually was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, if you show them where to learn, they'll learn shit for a lifetime, and not just how to fish. So I think what's more important with this whole topic of how to help others be less reliant on us is show them how to learn if they don't already. Because a lot of people don't even know that they can Google shit and that they can YouTube stuff and learn whatever they want to learn. So that's huge, I think.
I think there's a lot to be said about that. And you should start when your child is very, very young. I think too many people throw the videotape in the VCR and stick their their child in front of SpongeBob instead of teaching them to learn. If you teach a child to learn, the world's open to them,
I just seen this thing where these people got busted. These two parents in Indiana, for making methamphetamine and growing marijuana out of their house, and they're probably going to lose their kids due to the way the state of Indiana is. But I knew a meth user, and she did it inside her trailer and stuff. And her 12-year-old girl grew up to be a fucking doctor, a medical doctor. She grew up in a trailer park. So I've seen firsthand how parents can hide drug and alcohol addiction so well and still be great parents that their children can become doctors,
I actually wanna become a doctor or either a police officer so I can deal with this type of stuff.
Let me tell you something. I protect my family from drugs, whether my family is a senior citizen, whether my family is a baby. But I have seen parents doing meth, doing marijuana, still good parents besides
Mike got away from you somehow. Oh, and by the way, you were covering it, so we weren't hearing you very well. But I'd like to take a moment, since I got the mic, to introduce our new guest, Logan. Looks like he's a fire EMS. But yeah, let's give him a warm ring of fire welcome and hello on Serenity.
Hi, Logan. How are you? This is a great chat.
Welcome, buddy.
And I think you're going to really like it here.
I think you could probably bring us some knowledge from your area.
How do you sign up? How do you sign off?
Yeah, no, it sounds like a fun chat room. I'm on a few other rooms. I'm in the campfire room and the warrior CB chat room. Feel free to go in there. I'm trying to get to be a moderator, but whatever. But I'm pretty laid back. I'll try to talk whenever I can. Whenever there's open mic. Yep. Have any questions, just ask.
So I block first responders. I mean, I don't want to hear a nurse, a medic, a firefighter, a cop. You all get muted. I'm not going to hear you because that's just how I am. If you're military, heck yeah. If you're not military, no.
I have a question for you, Logan. How is it being a firefighter?
Avery, it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. My bad. I enjoy it. It's a good commitment to do.
Larry, did you just say that you're not going to listen to someone because of their occupation?
Yeah, I got mistreated by firefighters before because this guy had given my mom a black eye when I was 18. I'm 30 now. I went and burned his house down. And I had a lot of different firefighters and cops harass me. I don't want to hear them. I don't like them, and I do block them. I don't care.
Wow. Just wow. So, like, if, I don't know. I don't know what to say. What if, like, a few nurses were mean to you? Would you feel that way about all nurses? I mean, I don't know. That's just weird.
You mean you don't like all firefighters because of one firefighter? That's kind of like saying you don't like all Americans because one American treated you bad.
Yeah, that stuff's easy for you to say. You guys weren't subjected to 24/7 surveillance by fire department guys, armed with guns, who thought that they were, I guess, Homeland Security cops or whatever they thought they were. I don't like them. I have that choice as an American to not like them. That's all there is to it.
No, I'm not going to say anything. You do have the right to say what you want, Leary. You can block me. I'm not going to stop you. Free country, free will to speak on what you want to partake, and
He's not a moderator here. He's not going to block you from this channel. I would never let a moderator treat people like that. I don't have moderators that would treat people like that in here. Yeah, no, I feel bad for what happened. But, you miss out on knowing somebody really cool that's in one of those occupations because of the bad experience you had.
Yeah, I think of that Larry situation as like, something bad happens to you in the past, and you're basically bringing that bad situation like a bomb. You're bringing it into your current situation, and you're igniting it. Of course, it's going to be bad every time because you're bringing that negative energy.
Thanks for cutting me off, Andrew.
I'm not bringing no negative energy into it. I don't talk to them. I don't look at them. I don't care about them, and I don't want to. I'm not going to allow. Like if I sat there and tried to BS and try to pretend to be nice. I don't like them. You know what I mean? Am I missing out on a great person? I'm missing out on some.
Okay, well, that's not what we're talking about here tonight. So, if you want to meet somebody, that's your choice. But moving on.
I think that's the whole point of this room here is hope heals. There's hope.
Yeah, we embrace diversity here. We don't make judgments on people based on one thing that we know about them.
Then you're not making a judgment on me for muting people who I don't want to hear, right?
As I said, do what you want. Moving on.
Okay.
How do you sign out again?
You're talking about exiting the channel or to exit a channel, press the blue button. To exit Zello, if you're on Android, go to where you find your settings, options and all that. Click exit, or you can just sign out.
No meaning just for the night. How do I go off when stop everybody talking?
You want to sign out of the app? Click sign out. You want to exit the app and close it? Click exit.
So we were talking about teaching and stuff like that, and the first thing that came to mind was you give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. And I think that goes along with what you were saying.
Yeah, I believe that's how the whole subject came up, with that very line.
Yeah. Glad I got a mic. Yeah, that was the idea. Exactly that. I mentioned that quote before. But I think it goes farther than that. I mean, if you teach a man to fish, he's only going to know how to fish. But I think it should be further than it. There should be another one that says something about teach a man how to learn, and to learn anything he wants for a lifetime, not just eat. So I think it's really important that when we're talking about people that are reliant on us for all kinds of stuff, is just help them learn how to learn. Because then not only that, it helps them, it also helps us, because we're not spending a ton of time teaching them every new thing they want to learn. So it's important. I think that quote needs to be extended or expanded on or something. But another thing from that, and I'll move on. You guys can talk a little bit more about it if something came to mind. But the idea of delaying in committing to others that need our help. Because when you delay, it forces them to either one, find someone else, which could be good for you in case you're really busy. The other side to it is that they might actually try to learn it. So you might be actually helping them by not helping them, so to speak. It's weird. It's kind of an oxymoron or whatever the heck that is. But by not helping them, you're actually empowering them to do it themselves or learn themselves, which is better in a sense than helping them every single time and they get dependent on you, can't do anything for themselves.
Right. Like how many times have we heard somebody, call out and say, hey, I need your help. And you're like, well, hold on a minute. And then you come to them and like, okay. And they're like, oh, I already figured it out. I already did it myself. Or they leave a message, you call them back an hour later. Okay, sorry I couldn't answer the phone. I'm here now. What do you need? Oh, never mind. I already fixed it. I already got it. I already figured it out, whatever. Yeah, but people are faced with, not taking the easy route where they have to think it out and figure it out. They do. They eventually, usually do. And there is, like you said, so much information on the internet. You don't know how to do something, look it up. You can figure it out.
I agree with teach people to learn, and I think there's also a domino effect that happens, because when you exterminate the ignorance, then they turn around and teach other people to learn. So it happens over and over and over again, and more people learn to help themselves.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit. Sorry, I might have cut somebody off. I think there's something more to it also, not just learning for this. It's also an interest in learning and having that enthusiasm, and so teaching others how to be enthusiastic about learning new things. So I think I cut off. I was saying not just learning for the sake of learning, but also being enthusiastic and teaching others to love the ability to learn about something, infusing that in individuals instead of just having somebody learn for just the sake of learning.
Can I have ask a question? I just got bounced from Ring of Fire, and I don't know how that happened. Can somebody explain that to me? I'm a newbie.
Yeah, Tom, I apologize to you. It's weird. Oh, there's two Tom thumbs in here. Okay, I apologize to the one in the untrusted area. Okay, my bad. And I did that in the trusted area. So let me say it out here. I apologize. That was my mistake. I was trying to bounce someone else.
Okay, I thought I said something wrong. Anyway, I got to get rid of that, Tom. My name is Dave, and I first signed up with Zello with Tom Thumb, which is an email thing I have, and everybody thinks my name's Tom, but it is Dave. How can I express that my name is Dave?
Well, I guess you could tell us that. You could create another account that has the name Dave in it, if that's like. Have an area on your profile that says name. You could put that there. People will see it. Right now I see Mr. B, but you can put Dave there if you want. Either one of those options will be fine.
Okay, thanks.
Time.
Hi guys, and I'm back online. I just had to get a quick cup of water.
Welcome back.
All right, I'm going to share another one. I moved on to commitment, program about commitment. This is an important one that I put an asterisk next to. It said, let go of commitment when it is no longer healthy or no longer making you happy. You know, we think that, like, for instance, the big one, I'll just put it out there, is marriage. If we look at this, if marriage is no longer making us healthy or happy, is the time when we should be willing to let go of commitment. Now, that might be a big one, but there are many small versions of commitment that we should focus on about that. Healthy and happy should be the focus for commitment.
Logan, I think I just added you on my contacts. Please take a look at it whenever you can. That's all I wanted to say for now. I mean, I would talk about what Andrew said. It actually is pretty nice thing what you said about commitment, and so I would agree, yeah.
10-4. No, I just added you. I have you for contact now, Avery.
Well, while the mic is free, I'm going to welcome the untrusted users, and there is an audio greeting that gives you instructions, but if you weren't paying attention, you need to read the rules, please, and let us know you'll follow them to be trusted. Just click the picture on the left and scroll down to find those rules.
A couple more items from commitment is commitment equals sustained motivation. Commitment equals a goal to be reached. Your commitment is the goal, essentially. And here's another important one. Without commitment, nothing happens. You know, but with commitment, all things that you need kind of come into place. You know, it's that idea of like, if you haven't quite committed yet, shit doesn't quite go your way. But once you commit to something, things start going your way. Commitment does that.
I just have a personal experience about what we're saying about commitment. So I knew probably when I was a senior in high school that I wanted to become a physician. And so I went to college, I did everything I needed, I double majored, got good grades, did the MCAT, did well, and I applied, and I was either rejected or put on hold or whatnot. Anyway, the first cycle I didn't make it through. And without being committed to the field and what I wanted to do in life, I wouldn't have gotten to where I'm at right now. And so I think that's a good example of what we're talking about in terms of commitment. So yeah.
I would agree. Yeah, that's very nice of you. Yeah, I think it's very nice.
Just to jump in real quick, since we've had a little bit of a lull here with a number of people trying to mic up. Avery, love the fact that you're here. Glad you're participating. But I'm wondering if anybody else notices Avery's volume a little low. Maybe if so, Avery, you can probably go into your settings and increase your, I forget, Cheryl would know this setting. It might be microphone sensitivity or something. You can bring that up so that your voice comes in a little bit louder. Your microphone picks up your voice a little bit louder than what it is right now.
This helps.
Who's there? All I can tell you is I've been there, and I know a lot of crap.
Yeah, if you can't turn up the mic, maybe just talk a little bit closer to the mic. Usually if you talk to the side of the mic, not straight into it, it usually helps as well. So, all right, moving on. Let's see. I'm on how things manifest when we need them. Anyone has anything to share about that? I have some things here. Let me see just if there's any that stood out. Yeah, BRB, if you know what that means.
Be right back.
Hi guys, sorry, I'm gonna be signing off. Great conversation, guys. I'm gonna get back to studying, so take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Appreciate you being here, brother. Welcome. You're welcome pretty much anytime here. Again, we have this every Tuesday night, 6 Pacific. So your kind of energy is always a good thing, especially in a place like this where people are learning and sharing good stuff, man. Thanks a lot.
I'm gonna go off also. But thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I will probably in the next couple of weeks try to get one of those portable mics and attach it. So yeah.
All right, Avery. I'll talk to you later, man. Feel free to hit me up whenever you want to on here. I'm always on here, except for when I'm sleeping, and I'll be completely off. But anyway, have a nice night, man. I'll talk to you later.
Look, it was funny. Look, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's see you next Tuesday or earlier than that.
10-4, copy.
10-4.
Take care, Avery. Thanks for being here as well, man. You have a good night as well, brother. Catch you on the flip side.
Thank you, Andrew. 10-4. You too. What does 10-4 mean again?
Means copy, clear, okay. Basically, meaning transmission's been cleared through.
It's funny. I don't think I've ever heard someone actually ask the question, what does 10-4 really mean? Oh, that's funny. Now we know, kind of, right?
10-4, Logan.
You're welcome. Anytime.
11:30. Good for you, Logan?
Sure.
See you then.
10-4, copy.
Like you guys. You guys are normal. You guys are like into one conversation. You guys aren't like my friends, because my friends are like, oh, let's do this conversation, and then like they talk about one thing and then they go to biology, then they go to like sports. It's like 3 different conversations in one. It gets me so annoyed. We're still on one topic already for the past, let's say I was on here for like already an hour.
Hey, Andrew, I'm pleased that we're keeping this topic going 2.5 hours. And oh no, it's only an hour and a half in. Okay, I was going to say 2.5, but it looks like it might kind of go into overtime. Normally we wrap it up at about 2 to 2.5 hours after that, but it is a special event, being the 100th webisode of this program. So lots to talk about.
Yeah, I'm actually going backwards from the more recent programs backwards. So we may not get to the first one or anywhere near the first one. I was tentatively going to end it around 8:30. So we'll see how the conversation is going and what people remember, and if we have any new people show up, they want to share something, whatever. And guys, remember, at any point, just share whatever comes to mind about anything I might have mentioned, because it might just tip off something that you remember that you'd like to share. Let's see. About how things manifest when we need them. Someone mentioned the brain will do anything to help you get what you want.
Like thinking?
Again, these notes aren't perfect, but it might have been a little out of context, but whatever. I have here free will, self-determination, freedom of choice, autonomy, liberty, independence. I don't know where all that came from, but I put an asterisk next to it. And also right here it says, with your will, you make it happen. You will it to happen, essentially.
10-4. I'll see you guys later. Especially you, Logan. LOL.
LOL my ass, boy.
Well, thanks for joining us and have a good night. Thanks for all you contributed in the topic tonight.
You too. And I'll try to add all of you. If I can't add all of you to my contacts, then I'll try to add at least half of you guys. But it is really, really nice. Have a great night. You too.
Yeah, also Avery, just so you know, if once I add you as accept your contact request, whatever, I'll normally send out a contact request about an hour before the program, within the hour of the program next week. So you'll always have that. If your phone's on and the app's on, even if you're busy, I think it'll chime in, it'll make a noise, and it'll give you the name of the topic for the week. So if you feel compelled to come and share what you know about it or just learn something, you're always welcome here. Okay? Have a good night.
Andrew, I think I already sent you a friend invite. I'm not sure, but if not, I'll try to send it over. But 10-4. See you guys later.
Okay, baby.
Here's another one about manifestation. Basically, it says telling people helps things manifest more than one set of eyes on a problem, basically. So if you keep it to yourself, don't expect it to happen very quick. If you let go of the fear that someone's going to steal some kind of an idea that's going to bring you down, more people will have eyes on your problem. And believe it or not, some people, I mean, people have come back to me so many times doing this free hugs thing that I do. People come back to me all the time. Oh yeah, by the way, there's this going on, or did you hear about that? Or they'll just, because they're aware that that's what I'm about. So if you don't tell people what you're about, they don't have eyes on what you might need down the road when they see something. So yeah, it's a good point.
Hey folks, let's introduce a new guest to the channel, also a newbie on Zella. We have Luca in the channel. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your time in here. I'm Serenity. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and let's all give Luca a warm welcome.
Basically, my name is Luca Fontaine. I am from Montreal, Canada. I'm 18 years old. I go to school, but I'm also a DJ on weekends, and it's pretty much it.
Nice to meet you, Luca. If you haven't read the rules yet, please go down below and read them before we can trust you. Thank you.
Avery, we take care of that. We're moderators, and you wouldn't even be able to hear him if he wasn't trusted. He's trusted. I already introduced him. It's all good. Thank you.
You forgot that part, though. You said it before.
Forgot what part said what before?
Meaning, you said if you haven't read the rules down below, go read them now, and then we'll be able to trust you. You forgot that part in this one.
I didn't. I already spoke to him in the entrusted area. I didn't just now say that to him. Don't worry about it. We're doing our job. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all good. Sometimes instead of us moderators miking up in the main channel, we'll just talk to the voices we hear, quote unquote, voices we hear in the moderator section, people trying to be trusted in. So you don't hear them, but we do. Just so you know. Sorry, you just didn't know that. It's all good. All right, so I think I'm moving on, but before that, I'm going to mention that Cheryl, you might remember this. You gave a poem, or you mentioned a poem about Henry David Thoreau in regards to how things manifest when we need them. So if you remember that, and it's fairly short, then heck, why not? You know, share it. But if not, I'll move on. And if you find it, go ahead and mic up. And I'm pretty sure it was good. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have written it down. So.
Yeah, Andrew, I did a friend request to you, but it doesn't let me do it again.
Yeah, Andrew, sorry, I don't remember that. I don't have access to it.
No worries. You know, I'm going to take a quick pause for anyone who's listening who might want to share brag really about something that's maybe working in your life, whether or not you heard it from the program. I think others would like to hear from you if there's something that's really working in your life that you think would help others, even if you're not so sure if it's really all that great. It doesn't matter. Just, your word is gold here. So don't hesitate to share if something's working for you. Okay, take a little bit of time before I chime back in here. See what we have to share about that.
I'll be right back, all right? Danny247, I think it is. He friended me. You gotta go talk to him. Sorry, it was Danny27. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, I don't know for sure if I learned this from the program. I probably wouldn't have, but I have started getting a little bit more dialed into a yoga routine, stretching and stuff in the morning, and that's helping me. And also this whole idea of meditation. I don't know if you guys know much about it, but the way I've been doing it that's helping is basically 20 to 30 minutes. Just set a timer, on your watch or on your phone, and then basically you just sit comfortably, and if anything comes up, any kind of thoughts come up, the idea is to not be attached to the thoughts, but to be simply like curious about them, like as if it was like a cloud passing by in the sky. Be curious enough to know, oh, what's that about? Because it's life stuff that's popping up when you're in meditation. Be curious about it. Why is it there? Maybe, but then not be attached. Let it go and wait for the next thought. It's actually helping pretty significantly, I think, just being more clear on stuff when I'm out of meditation and I'm back to the real world and stuff like that. So I'm getting better at doing that daily, and that's right now it's not quite daily. It's like every other day or something. I'll sit for a minute and maybe go to a meetup or something about it, and it's really helping. So just thought I'd share that. If you have anything else that's working for you, again, just mic up. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I actually also meditate about an hour every couple of days. I'm up to that. I've been doing it for a while. It also just helps you to relax. I have really bad anxiety, so it cures it. And about the stretching, honestly, just throughout my day, I'll just stop, stretch, and I don't know, I just feel better. I'm pretty flexible. It just, I don't know, it gives me more energy throughout my day, more activities and such.
Um, Andrew, if you see name Danny 27, then it will be.
Favor, you got cut off, brother. What's up? Something about Danny? If I see him, hear him, you mean?
Yeah, he's joining. Hang on, I'll be right back.
If you guys don't mind me asking, what part of the States are you from? I'm from Minnesota. You don't need to answer. I just like asking people.
By the way, good share, Luca. It's good to hear. 1 hour. Wow, man. I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but hey, if it's working for you, I don't see how it could hurt anything. You're just a little bit less time to do other things, but it's more of a foundation for the rest of the day, which is really cool, as well as the stretching.
Hey, who would actually give Andrew an arrow down? Really? You're a turd. Yeah, give me one too. All right. I'm going to bounce your ass. Anyway, not all of us are from the States. There are some people might fool you, might think they're from the States, like Canada.
Yep. I'm actually born in Italy, but I was raised in Canada my whole life.
Yeah, I'm pretty much born and raised in Los Angeles. Someday I will make it out of this town to far and wide, but we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate that into a job to travel. So we'll see.
I see. Yep, nope. I'm born and raised from Minnesota. Nothing special. Yep. That's cool. From Italy and then to Canada, you're on top of me.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, since you're in LA, man, I found this new cell phone app that I think is pretty phenomenal. It's called Cell 411, and I was curious if you could download the app and see how it worked for yourself, and then tell me how many cells there are in LA, because we can only see for like 50 mile radius, and I'm looking at Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay, I'll check it out. I just wrote it down. Do you need that now, or can I get that to you later?
No. When you got time, man. Why somebody's like in here like downvoting everything everybody says? It's funny.
Well, let's all send that person a little bit more love, because obviously they need it. It's all good. What is it? What do they say? There will always be a hater, no matter who you are. You could be like Amma, the hug queen or whatever, and you'll have a hater. It's sad, but hey, it is what it is. Gotta live with them.
Yeah, they came to the wrong channel. All they're gonna get is free hugs here.
Yeah, true that, right? You're killing me, Larry. You're killing me. Good stuff. Well, welcome back, man.
Sorry to interrupt, man. Hey, I missed the last couple of weeks. What are you guys on tonight?
We're doing a kind of a reflection on the last 100 weeks, basically, since the program started. We're just going back. And look, we're never going to get to the beginning. I'm just going like week to week and like hitting on a couple like key points that I wrote down on my notes. And then if anybody has anything to say about it, then obviously, by all means chime in and mic up, It seems to be working. I don't know. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason per se other than that. And looking forward to hearing, people share what's working for them in their life, Not everything is going to be attributed to what they hear or heard in OHC, but, just to hear some of those stories is pretty inspirational,
Hey, has anybody seen that moon that's out there tonight? It's a big full moon.
No moon in my northern part of town. It's cold here and it's snowing, and yeah, I wish I could be in LA right now, not gonna lie.
If I was outside, I'd get a picture. But I definitely saw something strange today that I've seen not too many times before. I think it's called a sunspot. It was like a rainbow to the side of the sun as the sun was setting, not quite setting, but like an hour from setting. And it was like a little rainbow. And I thought that it's supposed to match with another one on the other side of the sun, about the same distance from the sun to the left. and I didn't see it. But anyway, it was pretty cool.
Interesting. Yeah, the moon appeared to be even closer, bigger last night. Maybe it was a full moon last night. It's possible it's not really full. Let's take another look at it here. I don't know. It looks full.
Okay, one of the notes from breaking the cycles of negativity in our lives, I have looking at the three fingers pointing back to us, because we tend to see the world as being, when we have like a negative life or a time in our life where things are just not going for us or whatever. It's really important to instead of focusing on the finger we're pointing at others for making everything bad and being negative and all about everything, looking at the three fingers pointing back at us and figuring out what am I doing to cause all this shit. Because the one thing about that I mentioned before is that we are the common denominator of every situation that happens in our life. Us. Whatever we experience, the one thing that's common is we're always there. So go figure. If our life seems like shit and everything's going to hell in a handbasket, we're definitely a part of it. More so than the rest of the people, because they're all doing it here and there, here and there, here and there, but we're always there. So that's a pretty important one.
So are you reflecting upon like the last 100 weeks of this show right here on this channel?
Pretty much, man. Just going backwards 1 week at a time. We're at December 1st, 2015, breaking cycles of negativity in our lives. And I'm just hitting on the stuff that kind of are either underlined or asterisked or something. Yeah. So yeah, just going one week at a time backwards.
Hi, Ben. Oh my gosh, good to hear you in here. Yeah, actually we're reflecting on the last 99. If it was 100, then we're reflecting on tonight as well, right? To be technical. Darn it, I'm always so darn technical, aren't I?
She's a technical goddess. Yeah, we're kind of reflecting on tonight because like new stuff is coming about from some of this. So yeah, why not? Whatever. But you're right, it's 99 technically. Very cool. I'm trying to understand this one note, but maybe I'll just pass. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if you have any thoughts on breaking cycles of negativity, share.
Well, I don't know. For me, counting backwards is kind of a sobriety test. When I think of reflecting upon the last 100 weeks of the show, I can't speak for 100 weeks, but I could speak for, I don't know, how long have I been on this channel? Almost a year, getting close to a year. I think that this particular show is the best, longest running, most consistent show of its kind on Zello. Show me another one.
I did not know that. And I would not probably know that because I don't tend to dabble too much elsewhere on Zello. That's good to know that holding fast, so to speak, is at least recognized. Thanks, brother. I might come back to this one. Something about pattern interrupts, become habitual. Something about a pattern interrupt. Someone mentioned handbookofsuccess.com. Something about a mental pattern. That might be good to check out.
Whoa, my bad. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone.
this whole idea of changing the cycle, breaking the cycles of negativity. It's always easier to do the wrong thing than to do the right thing. Someone mentioned that, and it's true. The right thing takes more effort. So to get out of our funk, you know, maybe a little bit more. This other one mentioned something else was written here as a motivation for change. Like you need to be motivated to get out of these cycles, you know. That's come up a lot, motivation. We should, I don't know if we've talked about it specifically. I don't know. Could have. Anyone else remember motivation?
I think the mic's free. He's in the panel. Avery's gone. Say to make him happy. Trusted users, just know the rules and you'll trusted.
All right, there's a lot of notes here on keeping our cool in the face of anger. That was a good topic. So let me see what I can come up with here. And this is just stuff that notes that I took from people who shared before you all. So if you have any thoughts on whatever I say, John. Or heck, if you have any thoughts on keeping your cool in the face of anger, angry people or whatever, that's what this is about. So just the one that we're on right now. If you have any thoughts on how to do that, Micah.
I'm finding it easier to laugh at the other person that tries to make me mad, because it seems like it makes the other person even madder.
Just breathe in, take a break, and also laugh, you know, or remove yourself before you do something about it. That's what I do.
Yeah, thanks. Like the whole, walk away, take a deep breath, pretty important.
What in the world's going on right now?
Some may got themselves not being able to key up anymore. That's what happened.
What just happened? But welcome everyone. You're in the Ring of Fire, in case you didn't already know. We're doing the Our Healing Choices program, 100 weeks of this program. We're just reviewing all that we learned. I'm on keeping our cool in the face of anger, and here, this is an important one. If you continue to fuel a fire, it will never go out. Meaning, if there's an angry situation, the more you put into it, the more words you put into that fire,
the more likely that fire will never go out. So one of the best things you can possibly do is just stop talking. Talk less, walk away, whatever you have to do. It's actually not fueling the fire. And again, if you continue to fuel the fire, it will never go out. That argument, that situation, whatever, will never go out. So it's important to just kind of let go, you know. Allow time to fall into play there sometimes.
Who are you talking to right now? Are you talking to the whole entire channel? Did I just come into something? I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, no, it's just like throwing water on a grease fire. You don't do that. It's going to blow up. Put like baking soda or a cover on it.
Hey, you, the dude from Minnesota, say bag.
Bag?
Oh, man.
I know, I really have a funny accent. I can't hear it. But every so often when I say certain words, like Minnesota, when I say Ota, Minnesota, I can hear it.
What's up, Giggles? How you doing, girl? How you been? Just going down the list, yeah? Anybody have any thoughts on keeping you cool in the face of anger before I move on? A lot here, so I'm just gonna kind of move on unless something sticks out.
I'm so angry right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really not angry. There's nothing to be mad about right now. I'm just saying, but I like what you said because I say similarity things to that. I guess is that the right word? Similar things. We'll go with that. Similar.
I'm waving a 401 at everybody in here tonight.
I know this won't go for everybody, but I found it to have a good hobby to do. And just something to take your frustration and anger out on, and you don't seem to be getting upset at people anymore when you do that.
Here's a good one from that is the idea of agreeing to disagree. If you get into an argument or whatever, look, everybody has their position, right? The one thing that you can agree on is that you disagree. Agree to disagree. Good. Walk away. Someone else mentioned speak in terms of I. Like I feel this way. I never say you like in an argument because it just fuels the fire. So as much as you can put the focus on something you did. Or yeah. There's more to that. Again, a little bit out of context, some of the stuff I'm reading, but if it makes you think of anything, go ahead and share.
Hi guys again. Andrew, why don't you join my group chats? That I actually made. I made like a voice chat, like one of these, like a channel. If you can join it, I'll tell you the name right now. Hang on.
Happy to join later, Avery, but we're having a program now, so yeah, send me the request to the group or whatever. It's all good.
Is Okay, I'll tell you the name.
So, yeah. What's the, next thing we talking about here?
The next one is from November 3rd, 2015. How we perceive and react to problems. Anyone have any thoughts on that?
Kick your fucking ass! I'm you off the fucking set, prick! Now don't just be sorry, think for one fucking second. What the fuck are you doing? Are you professional?
Yeah.
That almost sounded like Peter Griffin or something. Didn't it, everybody?
I know, right? It sounds like Peter Griffin from like the 1920s, right?
Or like that dude from the Home movie. He kind of like, like, I mean, count of three. If you don't, 1, 2, 3, yeah.
I know what you're talking about, right? Why don't you join my channel? I'll give you an invite right now. It's called Police Scanner 132. I think it is. I'll check right now, just to make sure. But I think it actually is called Police.
Okay. Do I look like a popo to you? Okay. Do I look like I want to go there? To that whatever police scanning channel? No. And it's kind of rude, just to, say other channels in someone else's channel. So it's just, it's kind of rude a little bit.
Boyd, I made it. I made it myself.
LOL giggles. LOL. Oh man. All right. Here's one from how we perceive and react to problems. Respond. Don't react. Respond means you think first. React means like it's just straight anger. So how do we react to problems? How do we react to problems? We respond before we react. Think first.
I'm so angry, man. I'm so furious. No. Actually, I had a really good day. Me no angry at all. I saw the new Star Wars movies. Okay, the new movie in IMAX. Okay, it was so awesome.
I saw 7D movie. It was so cool. Like the actual things you were like going down, you get to pick your like own movie to watch. So I picked like a snow movie, like you go down a hill, right? And it was so freaking scary. You pop up out of nowhere, like everything pops up at you.
420 giggles. Have you seen Deadpool?
10-4 Logan, I invited you to my group chat channel thing.
You're funny, Avery. Oh man. All right, let's see. So we did 432 and 528 healing frequencies, and someone mentioned binaural beats being good for Alzheimer's disease patients as well. Like I heard that just music in general is good for Alzheimer's patients. It stimulates part of the brain that's not active and gets those synapses firing again.
Definitely, Avery. I will join the chat in a few minutes.
Hey, I actually talked to somebody who said his wife has Alzheimer's, and I suggested binaural beats, and he said he actually tried that, and she did have success with it, but that was only for a while, and she continued to deteriorate pretty badly.
Yeah, Alzheimer's is a tough one. Like, it's one of those things where I've read a book about it, and I think it was called The Memory Cure. And even so, like, you can do a lot of stuff to like slow it down, but I don't know, I don't remember for sure if there's something you can do to reverse it, other than, like I said, you want to stimulate the brain. But however you can, smell, music, activities, community with others. This was all discussed, I believe, one of those. Yeah, I don't know if we've actually talked about Alzheimer's. I don't know if we would, but we could put it on the list. People are exposed to that. It happens. It's like cancer. You know, all of us will eventually know someone with Alzheimer's, just as we will know someone with cancer at some point in our life. So it might be worth talking about.
10 for it, Andrew.
Yeah, no, I worked in a nursing home for a few years, and the thing that we used to do with the residents was people with dementia and Alzheimer's, they had community hour, and it was a full variety of things: music, food, beverages, and just socializing and bringing up the past and see what they remembered, and it was pretty cool. You know, it's a sad disease, but it's really cool, you know.
Andrew, I don't think you were, like, accepted my friend's request. If you don't see it, then I added you, and it just doesn't let me invite you to my group. So if you get a chance, look up Police Scanner 132 and give it a join, or you know.
Yeah, Avery, I'm currently facilitating a program right now. I'm sorry, like I'll get to it after. And I'm not so sure you're supposed to be promoting your channel and stuff unless people ask, you know, in here on the Ring of Fire. So just saying, you know, there's certain things that you should and shouldn't do here, and I think is one of them. So not to say that you don't have good intentions, it's just saying it's not really appropriate right now. That's all. But again, I'm glad you're here. It's a good session.
I'm sorry.
Here's the topic, October 6, 2015. It's what gives our life meaning. Anyone have any thoughts on that one? What gives life meaning?
Doing small things in life mean a lot. Just do the drive, you know, get lost, take roads you don't know, go get lost and find your way back. Or same thing with walks, go get lost and find your way back. That's what I do. That's what I look forward to. Getting lost and just figuring things out one step at a time.
Like you literally go to some random place and then without your navigation on your phone, you just ask people and eventually find your way back home kind of thing? Lost? What kind of lost are you talking about?
Me and my friends, we drive out into the country, and so we have our phones with us, or GPS. We just take it off, turn it off, and if we're too lost, we look it up to get back. Or we have the old school maps.
That is cool. I'm assuming you're getting lost in
nature, because that would be a much better place to be lost, especially if you knew you could find your way back. Although GPS units don't work too well without a cell phone signal, so I'm guessing you're probably lost in the city. Or you know how to use a map, I'm guessing. You did say map.
Yeah, go old school with a compass and a map.
I'm just going to read some of this stuff from this because it's pretty good. It might sound a little out of context, so bear with me, just notes. What gives life meaning? Family, friends, family, friends, or boyfriends in this case, whoever mentioned that. Helping people, gratitude. Someone said, don't put the keys to your happiness in other people's pockets, so to speak. One said, we choose what we allow. Live in the present as much as possible. Relax, don't push too hard. Instead of I can't, how can I? Not taking life for granted, someone said. Contentment. If you're bored, you're not done achieving and having goals. So if you're bored, you need more goals, basically.
Hobbies are good too for boredom. It can be rather therapeutic as well.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I think I'm a little bit late.
Hey, welcome, Peter. Hope your day's going well. There's two people here I'm going to mention for what gives your life meaning. Viktor Frankl has a book. I forget the name. Search for Life, the Meaning of Life. Something about that, right? Viktor Frankl is a big one because he was a survivor of the Holocaust, and also I believe Elie Wiesel, Wiesel. He also is a survivor. I think that was called Running by Night. Yeah, two great authors, two great books. I'm going to do a few more weeks, and then we probably ought to call it a night. I have my car is actually out of commish right now, and I got to go pick it up before 10. It's in like a parking lot, and I got to get it before 10, get AAA down there before 10, figure it out. So, yeah, I'll do a couple more weeks here, and then if you guys have any thoughts on topics that we should talk about, we could think about that and maybe chime in with those. But after that, I'll basically just send you guys a couple snapshots of the current list, and we can take a quick vote. Hopefully it'll be quick. More people usually makes it quick. Probably the more important time of the night is picking a topic for next week.
How do you make a person moderator? Ten-4, Andrew.
I'd like to comment on something, Andrew, if it's okay.
Sure. Your word is important. Let's do it, please.
10-4, Andrew. How do you make a person a moderator?
I like to tell everybody, Andrew's right. Life is way too short. I, for one, should know. Don't regret anything. Take a chance on meeting new people. Try to have fun in life. Take it as far as you can go. Just be careful and don't get hurt doing it.
Yeah, thank you for that. It's important to live as fully as we can and not get too caught up in our story, you know? Awesome.
Andrew, I have a really important topic to talk about. I mean, it's not really important. Everybody knows about it. It's about ancient civilizations about 2,000 years ago, how they actually informed and made tools and like did all this stuff. So I would really like if we talked about like history a little bit more.
Like ancient civilizations, like Mayan like just in general, what we can learn from ancient civilizations, like that kind of thing. Because most of the topics we would discuss are wellness topics, you know, health, wellness, something that could help us in our own life now today. So if that's something that you think would help us today, like we put the title like, you know, what we can learn from ancient civilizations, that would be cool because I'm sure there's a lot we can learn from ancient civilizations. What do you think about that?
Yeah, 10-4.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
LOL.
Yeah, Larry, it's not the right time for singing and shenanigans and all that. Come in on Sunday nights for open mic. Right now we're in the middle of a discussion. Thank you.
Okay, 10-4 Serenity.
Sandy, why are you picking on me today?
I'm not picking on you. Why would you think that? I'm just telling you like it is. Big, big, big difference.
Serenity, do you want to make me a moderator?
Not this channel, not particularly. Maybe another one.
All right, I'm moving on here. We're at ways to better our community, and I'll just name a couple things here. Humane society, cutting down on time online, big brother, big sister. Let's see, anonymous giving, or basically just kindness. We can all benefit from that, giving, from being more of that. Planting a tree, someone said. Water awareness, someone said. Watering our awareness. Interesting. Lending an ear for someone just listening. Yeah, pretty cool. This was a good one. Moving on to the next one. That was pretty much everything.
Nice one.
Hey, what about teaching people how to learn? That's a good one too.
Water awareness is a pretty good idea. I mean, right now I'm living in a terrible city that has poison water, and it sucks. We have to use bottled water just to even take a sit bath because you can't even bathe in the water.
That is just not right on so many levels. Not cool. Well, I feel for you. Yeah, definitely my thoughts are with you and that water being better somehow. There are ways, usually it requires a lot of petitioning and all this kind of stuff to change stuff like that. But yeah, sorry about that.
Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Not even good enough to bathe in? Wow.
It's the city of Flint, Michigan. Go figure.
Right. Yep. I heard about that. There's a few cities. Well, actually quite a few in Michigan, but some in a couple other states too, like I think Oklahoma and another one, where you're all having the same problem. I suspect a conspiracy. There's some evil stuff going on behind that.
Okay, now I added you, Andrew. I think. But don't add me now. Add me like later.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of us sick because of the lead poisoning.
Wow, I feel bad.
Andrew, are you able to trust someone in? I just tried this fellow, and God, my device is being slow too. It took me forever to even attempt it. Oh, he's gone. Okay, never mind.
Wow, Serenity. That I whatever. Never mind. Never mind. Words out of my mouth.
Yeah, I'm just gonna restart my Zalo. Andrew, if you're on the channel, please pay attention to that. And one guy keeps keying up. Stop keying up and saying nothing in the interested area. You will be bounced or blocked. Thank you.
Okay, I got you back. Here's one about communicating effectively. And someone mentioned it's less about talking and more about listening. Another one says focus on the moment. And also that stress affects communication. If you're stressed, you're not going to communicate very well. So when you're angry, again, similar, you're not going to communicate well. You got to walk away from that, temporarily at least.
Oh, cool. I was able to trust him in this time. And he came back, so hello, Anonymous. Welcome back. And yeah, please tell us what you'd like to be called.
You can just call me anonymous. That's fine.
Nice pick, Anonymous.
All right, I'll probably leave it at this one. Again, anyone who's showed up late, this is just a wrap of basically 100 weeks of our Healing Choices program talking about wellness topics. And we're just going back in time a little bit, past weeks, past topics, and just discussing. This one's about random acts of kindness. And someone said, give the benefit of the doubt. Smile at 5 strangers. Celebrate every person's life as your own. I don't exactly know what was meant by that, but those are just a few things that I wrote
yeah, people should do that in his life. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys could call me Vigs or Viggy. That's my nickname. If you guys would like to call me that, I don't want to stop you because that would be nice.
Someone mentioned, or at least this is the notes that I took, it said fear of attachment or the unknown keeps us from helping the homeless. Meaning fear that they might get attached to us and like take up too much of our time or whatever it might be, I guess. It's sad, but you know, just acknowledging them. Somebody mentioned to me, I don't know if I shared that any other time, but just acknowledging homeless people, giving them a nod, saying hi, how you doing? Not ignoring them is actually helpful. Probably the best thing you can do for them. That was a tip from a brother, a good guy I know that helps the homeless on a regular basis.
I agree with that. I also say, you know, if you see somebody who's an amputee, or maybe they have a weird walk because of cerebral palsy or other disability, now if you see somebody who's missing an arm or a leg, these type of people, they want you, if you see them in a store or something, they want you to, if you're going to look and stare at them, at least ask them, how did you become disabled? Why do you walk so weird? Why can I ask you how you're missing a leg? Can I ask you how you're missing an arm? They want this stuff. Just like I've noticed, you know, disabled people or some senior citizens, they don't want you to open a door for them. They don't want you to grab something off the shelf and give it to them if they're wanting to get it. It makes them feel.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Wait, where do you get this that disabled people and people missing limbs want you to go and ask them why they're in that condition?
Well, I've watched talk shows for the past 20 years. I'm 30, and every single talk show, if somebody has a disfigured face or if they have a missing arms and missing legs or both or whatever, they want you, instead of staring at them and either feeling sorry for them or based upon what they've told me and based upon how I've been treated when I've seen a woman who was disabled and learned that she lost her arm in a car crash from wearing her seatbelt, you know, and I had my girlfriend's baby with me, my girl I was dating at the time, but she was happy. These people are happy when you talk to them like a normal, average, everyday person, even though they may have a disability.
Okay, there's the key word you said, instead of staring. Yeah, who wouldn't prefer that over staring? Okay, I just thought you meant that they want you to come up and talk to them. Sure, everyone wants to be treated like, you know, like a decent person, not like some kind of freak. But not every disabled person wants to be talked to or asked about their disability, sure. But in lieu of staring, definitely, yeah.
No, I totally understand. I mean, I wouldn't chase somebody on the other side of the department store and ask them about the disability, but if they're within my social zone, which is about 7-8 feet around me, and maybe we're waiting in line or something, and they see me and they see that I stare at them, you know, I'm going to be more willing to talk to them than I would an average person. I want them to know, no matter what, you know, I look at you like you're not a disabled person, even though you are, you know.
How did we get on disabled people? I thought we were talking about homeless people.
Well, I think it's the same point that guy was trying to make. Whereas, you know, there's people who maybe they go out of their way to help somebody who's less fortunate. Maybe they don't talk to somebody because they're homeless or they have a disability, you know. And the point I think he was trying to make was you can help people and not be emotionally attached. And my point was,
You're talking about all kinds of things tonight. Whatever it is to make our world, and you know, as big as to make our world a better place for ourselves, for our family and friends, people in the channel. how to make our lives better, easier. So switch topics, we're not on one.
Serendipity, one thing that I've learned from the experts is that if somebody is homeless or they're being a battered wife or they experience things, abuse or what have you, one of the things I've learned from experts from reading online and studying things from books and stuff is that you never want to tell somebody, I'm sorry that you were abused by your husband. I'm sorry that this happened to you. I'm sorry that happened to you. They'll resent you over that. What you want to tell them is what they did to you was wrong, but at least you're not with them anymore. At least they went to jail, this and that.
I'll take a wrap for the night. Guys, I'll be on tomorrow night if you guys want me to. But it's getting late. I think I'm gonna go off now. Not leave the chat for good, but you guys really inspired me tonight. It was a great chat with you guys. So good night.
From being in the past there, sometimes I resented people for saying that to me. You just might want to just hear their story and confirm that you heard it, and don't tell them because they're okay because they're old.
Hey everybody. Gosh, this was like kind of crazy. It was an untrusted user that spoke, and I responded to the open channel. So you guys probably had no idea what I was talking to. And then Andrew had something to say, but he said it in the mod section. And no, the other untrusted user, I didn't hear what was going on, probably because Andrew was talking, but I guess you trusted in, so welcome to Ring of Fire.
A long time no talk, Serenity. How are you?
I think this will be the wrap up for tonight for me. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night.
And back to the homeless issue, I mean, there's a lot of people who feign homelessness. There's a lot of people who beg, and they're actually, they got 6-figure salary, live in a 2-bedroom house. I've seen a TV show where a guy was a multimillionaire, and as he didn't have a job, because he was so rich. He lives in a mansion, and I'll try to keep this under 35 seconds. He lived in a mansion. He traveled across the country, hoboing, jumping trains, eating out of the garbage because he wanted to live that kind of lifestyle. He was filthy rich.
That's why I devote my time over at the soup kitchen, helping out when I can. That way, I'm helping out, but yet not opening myself up to that kind of thing.
It's an interesting story, Larry. I believe it was Larry that said that. And the other girl, what's her name? Calm and relaxed. Yeah, what do I know you as?
I've been in here before, Serenity. It's been a while since I've been on. Used to come in here on a daily basis and talk to you.
Well,
Yeah, I've been busy. I work 2 jobs now, so I've been kind of busy. I've been kind of slacking on getting on here, but you can go and call me by my name, which is Amanda.
okay. I remember now. Thank you. Welcome back.
I'll see you guys later. Good night.
Have a good night, Avery.
You too, Calm.
Yeah, have a good night, Avery. Sleep well, man.
Yep, good night. And I believe Andrew has something to say. He was saying it in the mod section. Hopefully he has come out of the mod section and hears us in the open channel. Let's give him the mic. Andrew, if you're there and paying attention, go ahead.
Take care, Avery. Thanks for being here, brother. Catch you on the flip side.
It was actually a pretty fun chat tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night, alright?
Yep, good night. All right, Andrew, I think you had something to say. I didn't know if you realized, but you were saying it all in the mod channel, so you have to try over again. Nobody but me heard it.
Okay, apparently whatever I said did not get heard. So yeah, I was just gonna say this program is all about health and wellness, and it's about what's working for us in our lives. And the main thing I want to put here is that, you know, to wrap this up, I think we should at least just give a moment to think about like what it is that we do in our lives that is healthy, and share that. It could be it could be significant, it could be insignificant. We might think it's insignificant, but it's probably not. So let's just go around the room a little bit and share some of that, and then I got to get going pretty soon here. We'll wrap it up, and yeah, but let's try to stay focused on that. And yeah, I just love the fact that we're doing this and you're all here and sharing. It's beautiful. In other words, what's not wrong? You know, we can think of all the things that are not going well in our life, but let's try to focus on what's not wrong, what's right, what's working.
Well, what's working for me is the getting out the negative people in my life and getting into positive people, and so that's a plus. You know, I think that's a plus. I try to be very positive to people, and some people you can't be positive to, whether it's on this line or off. And so I exclude them from my life, and I bring in positive people.
Nice. They say the 5 people that you're closest to, you essentially become like those people. So yeah, getting rid of the bad influences and trying to bring in as much positive as you can, always good.
Heck yeah, man. Seems to me like one of your positive things is just trying to help people.
Any particular way that you help people? Just being an ear, listening, that kind of stuff? Or are we talking like go help the homeless or whatever? That's kind of important.
Sorry to cut you off there, Hope, but since we're sharing about stuff that we do that helps people, I actually do home care. So I'm actually helping out seniors who cannot take care of themselves anymore.
Well, I had a buddy of mine. He was my cousin. He lived a couple of doors down. I'm 30. He's 8. And we played Nerf guns, and I'd go over to his house and I'd play video games with him and stuff like that. And he confided in me that he had got beat up really bad by his stepdad. So I had reported that to CPS and got the ball going on that for him.
Sweet, man. That's cool. Anybody else have something that's working for them in their life that they like to brag about? Really, this is the place you get to brag. It's definitely expected and appreciated. So
Let's just share any final things that stand out that are working for us.
Yeah, one time I did like an amazing shit in the toilet, and I was so proud of it. I was like, yeah, I took a picture of it, put it on Zella. Yeah, I was like, that's the best shit I've ever done.
So one more thing. My new girlfriend, Kim, she's been a very positive thing in my life. Has been nothing but positivity so far. And my cell phone I purchased, those are the two. And I'm done. I'm sorry.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in 763 days.
Hell yeah, Dave. Right on, man. That's awesome. And it looks like you changed your name. You got your name in there. Very good. I'm proud of you, man. For both things. Mostly for the cigarettes. But names are important. You don't call someone by their name. You don't give them that respect. It's really important to remember people's names. So awesome. Cool. Anybody else want to share something? It's a pat on your own back. Someone else will be inspired. Promise.
Only thing I wanted to leave you guys was, please don't take life for granted. Use every advantage as a learning process. And live life to the fullest before you find out you can't.
Thanks for sharing, Ready Freddy. Good words, wise words. I hear you. Live life to the fullest, and before you can't, before something happens, possibly to keep you from doing that. So awesome. Good. Anybody else want to share something before we finish up?
What kind of stuff are we sharing in here exactly?
Just look at the program image, the channel image.
It's funny, like this is the last thing I would expect to brag about, but I think it's pretty cool. Two things. When I'm eating at a restaurant, and I do it often, I probably shouldn't, I should be making my own food more often. But when I'm eating out, two things I'll always do is when I sign my signature, I don't sign my signature. I've not signed my signature for like the last 2, 3, I don't know how many years. Someone used to draw like a line. I saw someone draw a line. I'm like, if they can draw a line as their signature, then I can do whatever the F I want, so to speak, right? So I literally nowadays I'm down to a happy face, a heart, best I can draw it in a quick motion, and a kite, and then a little stick figure holding the kite. That's my signature these days. And it always makes people smile. It's like, it's not what they're normally used to. So they're like, oh, that's so cool. And it just puts a smile on their face. Now you can draw whatever the heck you want. And you may think this is important to have an actual signature, or you could, or not. It's up to you. But I'm just saying that it brightens people's day. And as well, asking, you know, how are you doing? I had one lady when I was in a restaurant, I said, how are you? How's your day going? And she says, you know what? This was at the end of the day. This was like 11 o'clock. And she said, you know what? Nobody's asked me that today. This was like the cashier at one of the, kind of like, I think it was like Tender Greens or something. And I was like, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. But, you know, And you do. At least you got one, right? So, and then also when you walk away from a restaurant, remember that the person who cooked your food, if it was good, doesn't get any credit. They usually don't get any credit. So like I try to make an effort to actually like yell to the chef if I can and say thanks. You know, sometimes you don't even have access to the chef, and that's cool. You can just say, you know, pay my compliments to the chef or something like this. But you know, those guys don't get that much credit that I know. And so just for you to say something, I might be the only person in a week maybe that has appreciated the fact that they're busting their ass every day in and day out, making this awesome food without any appreciation. So anyway, that's I'll leave on that one. If anyone else has something to share, by all means chime in. We love to hear you know, the things you do that are awesome and make you awesome. There's still some time. I'll leave another couple minutes here, and then we'll close it out for the next.
One thing I do that gives some weird looks is I'll wave to people I don't even know. I just wave, and sometimes I smile. I get smiles back, but I always get weird looks. And they always ask me, do I know you? That and the restaurant thing. Irby's put up a bell, and if you like their service, you can ring the bell. And I guess I was the first one to ring the bell in a long time because everybody screamed thank you, and they haven't heard that bell in about 2 months.
Andrew, those things you said are cool. I think a lot of that is something we used to call good manners. You know, you just try to brighten somebody's day up anytime you meet anyone, you know, whether it's a busboy or a chef or, you know, the cashier at Walmart or whatever. I like to be the guy who puts the smile on their face, who just breaks the monotony in their day.
You know, the truth is, I think we all have the capacity to give a little kindness. Just to be mindful of what does kindness mean in our daily life, you know? And it doesn't just make other people feel better, it makes us feel better when we actually chose to do something nice. It makes us feel better, it makes them feel better, everybody wins. You know, and it's all from a choice that we made. We didn't have to. We could have just walked out of the restaurant or whatever it might have been, you know, and not and been in such a rush that we didn't take the time, that couple seconds, maybe 10 seconds to say, hey, how you doing today? You know, how's your day going? To trust that that's going to be a good thing, and that maybe it won't take too much time out of our day. It usually doesn't. I can tell you straight up, rarely do people carry on about their whole story, but they are grateful that you said something. So, all right, I gotta close this one out, guys. If you have anything else to share, by all means, it's all good. And I don't want to cut you guys short. I might have to leave soon, but by all means, you guys can keep talking as long as you want about stuff. But I love you all. I just want to say that I'm glad that you made a choice to come here tonight and just be here, learning, sharing, and you know, maybe brightening someone else's day. Who knows how many people might hear this and get something out of it, you know, maybe brighten their day or their week or their month. We don't know. So thanks again, you guys, for being here. Good program. Yeah, good stuff.
Well, I'd like to say thank you, Andrew, for being here. And I think all of you should thank Andrew for being here and give him a nice congratulations for pulling this off for 100 weeks. So, yeah, congrats, Andrew. Very well done job bringing this really awesome program here to Ring of Fire.
I second that. Hats off to you, Andrew.
Okay, I hate to ask, but first of all, thank you. I maybe take for granted the amount of commitment I have for this program. Yeah, I try to be humble about it and not think too much about it. So it's one of those things that just I felt compelled to do, and I just keep doing it because it matters. Anyway, it'll continue to be an important thing to do, to make time for in my life. So you can count on that.